I'm going to first walk you through what I pack for a skincare class and how that looks to pack. And so what I really try to do is just have everything fit into the bags that come in your starter kit. So this is your starter kit. And what I did is I pulled out the inside so that I could pack twice as much stuff. Y'all know we women know how to do that, right? We know how to pack twice as much. So this is the part that fits inside, and then I have everything in here. Now what I've done is everything in this is what I'm going to use during the class, okay? So this has, I use these little bags. I take the mirrors out of them and use these bags. You can also buy more of these bags in section 2 for like $1. So I have like probably 20 of these bags. This is how I have everything organized. So in here is just my demo Ultimate Miracle set. So the cleanser moisturizer, the microderm, satin lips, primer. This is your main products that I'm demoing. Now what I do is I demo the normal to dry cleanser and the combination oily moisturizer for everyone. It makes it easier. I can fill the trays ahead of time. It's not going to hurt them that one time just to have half and half. So I only have a demo of the normal to dry cleanser and a demo of the combination oily moisturizer. And that really keeps it simple. I like easy. So I have a bag that has those in there. I have a bag that has my trays as well as the little tray organizer. And you can print these off from Mary Kay and Chet. They're also on my website. And what I've done is actually just printed them and then have them laminated. And so you can use this as your tray and just have some Clorox wipes that you clean it and disinfect it in between people. And it can save you some money versus using the clear plastic trays that you can get from the company like this. Or you can use it as an insert. I would still suggest laminating it because it's going to hold up a lot better. And you can use it just to put underneath your clear trays. So I have one little bag that has your trays in there. I also have a bag in here, and again, you're going to eventually need to be adding more and more demo products to what comes in your starter kit. You know, what comes in your kit is the bare bones basics. You'll see there's some things on here, and I'll mention them. There are things that you're going to definitely want to pull out of your product inventory to add as demos, like microdermabrasion, firming eye cream, foundation primer, satin lips. Those are things that don't come in your starter kit, but those are main demos that I demo at the party. As well as you'll see in here, this is our dash out the door look that we're going to be using. So this is what I do on everyone at their first appointment, is the 2 cream eyeshadows with the Beach Blonde and the Ice Cocoa. I do 2 lip gloss options. I like the Beach Bronze and the Fancy Nancy. Just gives them 2 choices. And then I have the bronzing. This is our new light to medium bronzing powder. You might want to also have a dark one in there, the medium to dark bronzing powder. You can use little sponge tip applicators, or my preference is having a full size of the cream eye brush for everyone to use. And you can clean these in between using your brush cleaner. But this, especially the cream colors, go on a lot better using a brush than using the sponge tip. And of course, when they're purchasing the product, they're going to want to have the brush if they've used it. So if they try it with the brush, they're going to want the brush when they purchase those products. So I suggest opening up, 6 of those cream eye color brushes to use along with your demo cream eye colors. Now you'll see I have another bag here that has all the cream eyeshadows. Now I don't pull this out except unless it's a second appointment where we're doing more advanced glamour or color, or maybe I'm one-on-one with someone and we're doing something a little different for her second appointment. But I have the rest of those demos in here, okay? I also have one bag, these are other little clear bags, that has all the CC creams, demo of each color of the CC creams, demo of the concealers, and a demo of the highlighting pens, okay? Some things like this, like concealer, like highlighting pen, I'm gonna do on the Hostess. So there's some of these extra products. You'll see I have the translucent powder on the table. There's some of those extra things that you want to really romance and just let the Hostess try and get them excited that they're going to have that second appointment so they can get to try those products too, okay? I also suggest, I love these new CC creams, and I'll tell you what, this is the easiest way to match foundations. So literally, a lot of the new consultants, I suggest just open a full-size demo of the CC creams and just demo only those, because there's only 4. So it's pretty easy to match someone's color. They're light, medium, or dark, or really dark. So those are your 4 options. It's pretty simple, and everyone loves them. Because there are a lot of the liquid foundation shades, the mineral powders are easy to match too, and you have whatever came in your starter kit as well. But I think the CC creams, if that's a little overwhelming, this is a really easy one to learn, and everyone's going to love how they feel. And so you could easily just demo these at your party if you wanted to. I also have a full size of every lip gloss. And I like the True Dimensions lipsticks. That's my favorite formula. I like those better than the regular lipstick shades. and there's fewer colors of those. So primarily that's what I stock, that's what I demo, that's what I sell. Because of course what you demo is what you want to have in stock, because that's what you're going to sell. And it is so much less expensive to demo from a full size. You know, almost 100% of the time you want to demo from a full size. So as you're building your inventory, each time you place a product order, pull a couple things out of that product order to add to your demo. You know, if you added a lipstick and a lip gloss with each product order to your demo, after a few months you would have one of every color, right? Now I start with like I said, the lip glosses. I start with the Beach Bronze and the Fancy Nancy. Those are the primary ones. The most popular True Dimensions that I sell a lot of are the Natural Beauty and the Rosette. So if you wanted to start with 2 colors of those as your demos as well. Again, these are for follow-up appointments. And I keep the sponge tip applicators in there because that's how you use that, you know, for the lipsticks. You just take the sponge tip and just kind of scrape some off with the sponge tip, and that's how they apply it. I also have a bag that has all my mascaras in here. Now I do have all the different mascara formulas in the black and the brown, as well as a lash primer, and I have an eye primer. There's the 2 different kinds of mascara ones. The ones that come in your starter kit are the main mascara ones, which you're going to use with the Ultimate Mascara that comes in your starter kit. So that's what you're going to demo starting out. You want to have the other demos of mascaras for second appointments, for follow-up appointments where they can try something different. But at the skincare class, your initial skincare class, everyone's doing the same thing. So everyone's doing the same foundation kind, everyone's doing the same skincare system, everyone's doing the same mascara. It just keeps it much simpler for you. But that's why you really romance that second appointment, the follow-up appointment, the follow-up appointment. We'll talk a lot about that because they get to try other options. So they can try a different mascara formula. They can try different, you know, eyeshadow formulas, whether powder or cream and things like that. So I do have demos of all of them. Again, add an extra demo mascara with each order, and eventually you'll have one of all of them. But there's 2 different kinds of mascara wands on section 2. The other ones are called the Lash Love mascara wands, and these are what you use with the Lash Love mascara, the Lash Love or the Lash Love lengthening mascaras. Then these are for the Ultimate Mascara. All right, so those are the different mascaras in here. I also have a little bag that just has my cloths in it. Cut your cleansing cloths in half, because they're only doing half their face. So it's gonna save you money. I'm all about saving money, right? So cut your cleansing cloths in half. I just cut it on the fold, put those in here ahead of time. Then I also just have a little bag that has my cotton balls and your eye makeup remover. I don't do this at your first facial. This is only for your follow-up appointments, glamour appointments, okay, is when I'm gonna be using that. I do have my demo brush cleaner in here because I use demo foundation brushes for liquid or for mineral powder, as well as the cream eyeshadow brushes, and I clean them immediately right then. And so you'll see me do that. And then I have on here, this is from Mary Kay Connections, MK Connections. You can order this, it's called the Show and Go case, and this has all my liquid foundations, okay? Now what I've done is, again, I have one of every ivory and beige. Really, I started ivory 3. I don't do as many of the super light ivories, but ivory 3 through beige 8, I have the luminous and I have the matte wear. Again, that's just going to take you some time to build up to where you have one of each one as a demo, okay? Now here's the trick that I learned for my foundations, and I'm sure you've seen this, and there is a chart that's available on Mary Kay In Touch. If you go under products, you'll see a section called conversion charts under Product Central, and there's the foundation conversion chart. And there's actually a brand new version that just came out that has the CC creams on it. So this is the old one, it's not printed out, and that new one hasn't been printed yet. But this shows you, like, based on the different liquid foundation, what mineral powder they would use, what concealer they would use, what highlighting pen they would use, what CC cream they would use. So all the different formulas it shows you. But the most important part is the back, which has the different undertones, because all of our liquid foundations have different undertones, okay? So there is a pink undertone, a yellow, an olive, and then the bronze colors is golden orange and warm brown. So what you need to know, for instance, is if you stripe test their skin and they, you know, a beige 4, it's the right undertone, so it's an olive undertone, but it's a little bit light. You're not gonna go to beige 5 because beige 5 is a different undertone. Beige 5 is a pink undertone. So you want to have this handy. So what I did for helping me learn these new foundations is I went to Walmart and got some little garage sale stickers that were colored. And so I just stickered the different ones, whether it's a pink undertone, they get a pink sticker. If it is and some of them fall off, I have to go back, but there's an olive undertone that's a green sticker, and there's a yellow sticker. So I can easily, when I'm looking through here and I see that, okay, that matches her skin tone, but it's a little bit light, I want to keep the same undertone, but I just want to go one shade darker. It's easy to find it in here, okay? And that'll really help you learn the colors as well and those different shades. So it's just, this is a great tool. You can also just keep those, in one of these bags, very easily too, especially as they're starting out. But this makes it nice. So I have all the liquid, of all the matte and the luminous, both formulas, and all the colors in there. And then I don't do as many bronze skin tone women, and so I have my extra bronze demo foundations in here. So the things that I'm not using as frequently, that's what's in this bag. So for instance, in here I have demos of the botanical skincare, okay? I have demos of my darker foundations. I have extra mirrors in here. This is where I keep my mirrors, actually all the mirrors in here. I have my demo fragrances in here, okay? And this is one of the little roll-up bags because it's wider. I have my demo satin hands in here. So again, everything is in these little bags, all right? So I have the little botanicals, samplers. I have in here some Windex wipes to clean your mirrors so that they're clean for the next time you're going to go to your party, right? So I have my bronze foundations in here. I have demos of some other skincare products like the vitamin C serum, the other moisturizers, intense moisture cream, oil-free gel. Again, if I'm doing a one-on-one, a follow-up appointment with someone, they want to try some of those different products, then I have the other options in here. I have a demo brush set in here. You want to definitely have a demo of the full-size brush set. I have my mineral powder foundations in here as well. So the bronzes, they're in a bag, and as well as the other ones. So what I mostly use is going to be in here when I'm accessing the most. And then I have this handy so that I can pull from it if I need to, okay? But you can really pack everything you need for your skincare class between these two bags. So it makes it really simple for you. And then what I've done on the side here is I have like my money bag, and some things that I'm going to use at my closings for your individual closings. So when you're doing individual closes, then I can easily grab my mini bag, my hostess packets, my date book, or if you're using your phone, you can grab that and go ahead and put that where you're going to do your individual closes, all right? So when you walk into a hostess's house, what I really try to walk into first is I just go in with my purse, because I don't want to come in with 3 bags. I want to look very professional. So I'm just going to walk in first. I'm going to greet her and say, hey, I'm so excited. Thank you very much for hosting me in your home. It's such a privilege to be here. Compliment something on her home, notice something, and then ask the question, where would you like me to set up? I don't ever want to assume that she wants us in the dining room when we're actually going to be in the kitchen or whatever that looks like. And then I'm going to go back to the car and I'm going to get these 2 bags, okay? Because if I can come in with just these 2 bags, that makes it look really easy. Because again, we want our job to look really simple. We don't want to look like the bag lady, right? With a million bags. Now I do keep all my inventory cases in the car, and I'll do a separate little video so you can see how that's organized as well. But I keep everything else in there. But I do go ahead and set up the table like it's going to be set up. You know how many guests are going to be there, so you can completely fill their tray with everything except foundation. I do teach the hostess how to do satin hands, so that as the guests come in, she can do satin hands on them, usually at the kitchen sink over there. Also, I coach the hostess that we're not going to eat until afterwards, because it's really hard to eat and do your makeup at the same time. So I coach her, so let's wait and bring the snacks out afterwards. If you want to have some, your lemonade and stuff out for now, that's fine. They can come in and get a drink, they can get satin hands, and then have them go ahead and sit at the table. I have your profile card sitting next to it with some pins. I love making some of these little flower pins, because then you keep them. The people walk off with them, less likely to walk off with it, although sometimes they try to. And you can. This is a really cute. This is zebra duct tape. So you can get all different colors of duct tape, and then just some little silk flowers, and so you can make your own little flower pins, put them in the table. It looks pretty on your table. You do want to set a pretty table. I know oftentimes I'll carry just a black tablecloth in here, so that whatever she has on her table, I can just throw a black tablecloth on it, and it looks professional and sharp. So it gives you that base to work from, and then you can have your little thing with your flower pins. There's still some room in this bag, so you can still fit those things in here too. I'm going to set this down over here. And then I usually just kind of put a chair next to me so that I can reach those things, but they're not on the table. I want the table to look pretty. I do have on the table a filled custom compact. That looks really pretty because we'll talk about the compact. I put on this table some extra of the Mary Kay at Play items, some of our spring color collection. So just something fun and teasing and tempting. I like to do that, okay? I do carry my fragrance demos with me. Again, your full-size demos of fragrances, and I will pull those out when we do the individual consultations, because I like to kind of pull out something extra, say, here, everyone gets to play with these while we're doing our individual consultations, okay? So once everyone is gathered around the table, sometimes it works that I'm able to go ahead and match their their foundation before we start. Most of the time that doesn't happen. So I match it during the class. But just know that if you can, if you've got a few minutes and hostess is doing satin hands with a guest and there's one guest sitting there filling out her profile card, just go ahead and grab your foundations and just match her foundation real quick. Go ahead and put it in her tray. So that makes it really easy as well. But you just want to have your profile card and your pen sitting there next to you so that they can sit down and just start filling out that profile card. But I really go ahead and pre-fill their tray with the products. Because you can put everything in there, like I said, except their foundation. It doesn't matter their skin type because I'm doing one of each. So that makes it really easy. I don't recommend trying to do 2 different formulas of skincare. Trying to do time-wise with someone and botanicals with someone, time-wise repair, because it's just too confusing. And so that's why everyone has a follow-up appointment. Okay, so that's why you get them excited about having that follow-up appointment and doing that. You'll also see, Brandon, if you would hold those up, these are called the cosmetic display trays that are on section 2 that have back in one of each of the cheek colors and one of each of the eye colors.
Perfect.
Again, these are my full-size demos, okay? So I demo everything from a full size. That's perfect, thank you. And I just put the colors and the numbers down there. Actually, you guys see it. Thank you. So this is when I am doing a custom color appointment. That's what I'm using, okay? So it is easier to have a full size of every eyeshadow and every cheek color. It's so much more cost effective. That will last you forever. I don't think I've ever used up an eyeshadow. Probably many years later by the time they switch out to a new color. So just demoing from full size saves you a lot of time. It's so much easier. Instead of having to carry this huge notebook of all the eyeshadow samples, I can carry one little tray that has every full size eyeshadow. So it really allows you to demo those. So just build it up a little bit at a time. You can start with one tray that has some cheek color and some eyeshadows, and then as you add more, then you can separate it into 2 trays as well. So it's just building up your demo products a little bit at a time. It's going to make it easier for you. I think